Hey, what's up everyone? This is the Canon 24-105 STM zoom lens, and this is probably one of the most convenient and affordable lenses that Canon makes for their full frame cameras. And I really like this lens, but it definitely has a dark side. Starting with the basics, the price of this lens is $400 brand new, or you can get a bundle with a Canon R8 or a Canon RP for $300 on top of the price of the body. And for that price, you get 24mm at the wide end, making it an ultra wide lens. Or you can zoom all the way into 105mm, making it a telephoto lens. And you can use anything in between, of course, making this a super versatile lens. And it gets even more versatile because you can also use this as a macro lens if you go into manual focus, and it provides really sharp macro pictures that just look absolutely fantastic. Now let's talk about the sharpness of this lens. As you can see, we're recording with a decently sharp prime lens, but let's switch to this lens. So here I am recording with the Canon 24-105 STM zoom lens. And as you can see, the picture quality is very decent. I can get up close and the autofocus is also super quick. And same is going for stepping backwards. Let's switch back to the other lens. So as you can see, it's a pretty good lens for video and it probably won't let you down. But there is a lot more I'd like to talk about in terms of image quality. So first things first, you do have image stabilization, meaning that if you're doing photography, your photos will have less motion blur, and if you're doing video, you'll have less shakiness in your videos. In terms of sharpness, I would say it's a 6 out of 10 just because it's great for video work, it's great for social media, but you'll definitely see it fall apart if you want to crop in really heavy or pixel peep, whatever one you want to do. But it's definitely not as sharp as, let's say, a prime lens for the same price. Now let's talk about the color accuracy of this lens. I did take it to Puerto Rico, where it is very sunny and very colorful all the time. And that is unfortunately where I found this lens definitely struggling. As you can see, this is a picture I did of San Juan, and it's just super dull with the raw file, and when I edit it, it's definitely still not very accurate looking. It looks almost a little fake. And this is a crab I found, and unfortunately the colors just do not look accurate to real life at all, and I really struggle to make this look anywhere close to real life. It actually just doesn't, unfortunately. And this is an area where the shadows were crushed, and just bringing them up almost made the image noisy. And that's another thing about this lens. This lens is super dark. Its minimum aperture at 24mm is f4. Which is alright, that's decent. But when you zoom in, it closes down to f7.1. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculously dark. To put it into perspective of how dark f7.1 is, this video has been recorded at f2.8 except for the sample I did with this lens, which was at f4 because that is the minimum at 24mm, which looks like this if you don't change the ISO. Definitely a little darker, but still doable. And if you stop all the way down to f7.1, you can barely see me. I mean, that's just how dark f7.1 is. It's not usable for a lot of cases. Pretty much any case that's not outdoors and sunny. With all that being said, you might be wondering, how was this my main lens when I went to Puerto Rico? Because it is dark, it is dull, right? Well, in all seriousness, if you're going somewhere bright and sunny, this lens definitely does the job. Here are some sample pictures I did out in San Juan. And as you can see, the picture quality is decent when used on my full frame Canon EOS R with 30 megapixels. And a lot of these pictures are cropped in, and as you can see, they still retain a decent amount of sharpness that you will never notice unless you're pixel peeping. So in conclusion, if you're looking for the one lens to do it all and do it cheap, this is the lens to look at. It has wide angle, telephoto, macro. Pretty much all it struggles with is low light and color accuracy, which is easily forgiven, especially if you're shooting outdoors. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, definitely make sure to like it and subscribe to my channel.